Hello everyone, my name is Dadi Karason and I'm the CTO of LS Retail. I have a lot of new things to show you, so I didn't want to wait for the next connection to share them with you. Our unified commerce solution has really taken off since we last met and has been crucial for businesses during the recent crisis. At Connection Munich, we saw how a retailer can grow with the assistance of a unified commerce platform across different industries, channels, and even countries. What started out as a small project focused on fashion quickly grew into a concept that could be taken into other cities and countries. We started out with a small boutique located on a busy street, a perfect start for an inspiring retailer. We added a mobile POS to help capture all sales opportunities when the store was busy, and we used the member management module to keep track of customers, rewarding them with loyalty points, and at the same time getting to know their shopping habits a bit better. Then we added e-commerce to offer online shopping as well as click and collect. This was easy since the e-commerce integrations were already built into LS Central. The e-commerce integration allowed us to have full inventory visibility across store and channels, as well as giving customers the option of buying online and returning or exchanging in the store. Then came the big step. We decided to open up a concept cafe, one serving healthy dishes as well as good coffee. And since that was a big hit, we decided to offer classes, which we managed using the activity model. This was a great success, so we decided to expand and open in more locations. We expanded to more cities, more countries, all based on the same unified commerce platform. This concept has really taken off. We're seeing more and more customers select LS Central not based on a single aspect of the solution, but because it's an integrated solution that covers more than one aspect of the business. After the pandemic started to slow down businesses around the world, our customers increasingly wanted to explore how e-commerce could be used to mitigate the negative effects. Some already had e-commerce up and running, others had not. But since e-commerce integrations were already part of LS Central, we could easily meet those demands. Other examples include fashion retailers opening up cafes in their stores, as well as offering personal appointments. This is what we believe sets LS Central apart from the other solutions on the market, since it allows retailers to easily branch out and extend their existing lines of business. We at LS Retail are firm believers in Kaizen, which is a Japanese business philosophy. In the words of the founder of the Kaizen Institute, Masaki Imai, Kaizen means improvement. Moreover, it means continuing improvement in personal life, home life, social life, and working life. When applied to the workplace, Kaizen means continuing improvement, including everyone, managers, and workers alike. So how have we applied Kaizen to LS Central products over the last months? What are the improvements we have made? According to the feedback from you, our customers and partners, we decided to focus on the following areas. We've expanded the number of country localized versions that we release on a monthly schedule. The local versions that we update monthly are Australia, Canada, Denmark, Finland, Germany, Great Britain, Iceland, Mexico, New Zealand, Norway, South Africa, Sweden, the UAE, United States, Philippines, and Singapore. Spain and Belgium would be added to the schedule in Q3. The number of SaaS instances has been increased as well. We now have them up and running in 10 countries, with a few more becoming available later this year. And with the release of the hybrid cloud earlier this year, you now have the option of pairing your offline POS with a SaaS-based head office instance. We've added multi-source support, which means that you can run multiple websites on the same Magento instance. We're also supporting Magento Commerce, which is the enterprise version for those customers who need enterprise-level SLA. We've tightened the integration between LS Central and the e-commerce platforms by providing better visibility into things like order statuses, as well as supporting payment tokens. Same applies to gift cards and discount integrations, which are now fully integrated with the e-commerce side, as you would expect on a POS. We've improved the resilience of the solution as well. Firstly, we split up the basket calculation process from the order posting, which gives us much more responsiveness and a more scalable solution. In addition to this, we've implemented offline support for Magento, which will allow the e-commerce part to continue to operate even if the link to LS Central is disconnected. Our other e-commerce partners have continued to make improvements in their solutions as well, and we're happy to see the traction they have made in the market in the last months. We now support 18 payment solution providers, which together cover the majority of the countries where LS Central is used. On top of adding new PSPs and countries, we've been focused on adding tokenization in order to support our development in hotels, hospitality, and e-commerce. We're very happy to see how well LS Pay has been received in the last months, with more and more international retailers selecting LS Pay as their payment platform of choice. Planning and budgeting have seen a huge makeover, and we've introduced user rights to budgets as well. It is now possible to define owners and users to budgets and assign rights like editing, locking, and reopening on budget level. This helps you segregate responsibilities in your organizations easily. In previous versions, you maintained budget values on the lowest level only, say on item level, and the system aggregated the values to a higher level like product groups. With LS Central 16, you can maintain values on group levels and break down the values with distribution rules, like equal or proportional distribution, or reusing calculated distribution patterns. This allows bottom-down and middle-out planning on store and company level with powerful consolidation or breakdown functionality. Open to Buy combines sales budgets with actual data to help purchasers understand how much they need to buy to be able to fulfill their sales plans. You can now define Open to Buy rules on entire budgets and budget details and let purchasers check if new purchase orders would overrun these budgets. And then we have LS Forecast. LS Central's automated replenishment supports various methods to calculate purchase and transfer order proposals. To cater to your needs to have a more advanced AI-based demand forecasting methods, we have extended LS Central with a new solution, LS Forecast. This is a pure software as a service solution running on Azure, which brings the power of AI and machine learning to LS Central. Sales history is uploaded to the cloud, where LS Forecast automatically figures out the best forecasting module for your data, using methods like ARIMA, seasonal ARIMA, or blended models. No data scientists are needed and no additional resources. After running the forecast, the result is downloaded to LS Central to be used by replenishment. You define the granularity and frequency of the calculation and which items and locations should be considered. Since this is a pure software as a service solution, you pay monthly based on consumption. Start small with your most important items and then add more on the go. You don't like it? Just stop using it. It's that easy. We've also released new implementation guidelines. You may have heard me talk about this as LS Core, which we have rebranded and made a part of the LS Central online help. The implementation guidelines include a rapid implementation process that will provide customers with the ability to implement the solution using templates. This minimizes the complexity of configuration and operation of the solution, as well as making the implementation process repeatable. The guidelines help you select the right deployment model for your system, be it software as a service, on-premise, or hybrid. We walk you through a few best practices, both for LS Central as well as Microsoft Business Central. We help you set up an implementation plan as well as giving a base time estimate for setting up different parts of the solution. We walk you through the installation and configuration, both for head office, store, and POS. And finally, we help you set up your master data using the Rapid Implementation Data Framework. We've stayed busy during the lockdown and will continue to do so for the coming months. Since our opportunities to meet in person will be limited this year, we will be putting more effort into webinars and virtual events. It's important for us to stay in touch because many of the improvements I've listed up are based on feedback from you, our customers, and partners. So please keep the feedback coming so we at LS Retail can continue to build a better product. Experiences is what consumers are increasingly choosing over buying products. This is a trend that affects everyone, from teenagers to our parents. Our unified commerce solution covers everything related to products, how they are bought, how they are sold, and everything in between. Our activity model allows us to address retailers focused on bookings, meaning the classes, the tea times, the seminars, and the spa appointments. The only missing piece until now was the property management system to manage hotels and accommodation. I'm proud to announce the release of the first version of LS Hotels next month, the module that will lead us to unified experiences. Let's take a quick look at what LS Hotels can do. When we log in, we are greeted with the Hotels Role Center. Here, we can quickly see how many guests are expected to check in today, how many will be checking out, as well as how many guests are currently staying with us. Now, let's take a look at a typical reservation. Here, we have Sabina Garcia. She has selected the weekend package. She will be arriving on June 6th and will be staying for 2 nights. Sabina has also made 2 additional activity reservations. She will be renting a bike at 5 o'clock and has made dinner reservations at 7. These reservations are made as a part of the booking process and are automatically created in LS Activity. When it's time to check in, we can again see the number of arrivals and departures that are expected to happen today, as well as the number of rooms that are available. When Sabina checks in, the system will automatically allocate her a room, but this can of course be done manually as well based on her preferences. And when it's time to check out, the system will consolidate all the additional charges that Sabina has incurred during her stay and include them in her bill. To make the management of the hotel easier, we created a Power BI dashboard which gives an overview of KPIs such as average daily rate, average occupancy, and average revenue per available room. But I've saved the best for last: the migration to the new AL code base and upgrading LS Central to an extension. This is one of the biggest projects in LS Retail's history and has been in the pipeline for over 4 years. The Business Central extensibility framework and the new AL code base allowed us to decouple LS Central from Business Central. Instead of having 2 solutions merged into one, we now have 2 solutions that are loosely coupled and can be easily maintained separately. With LS Central available as an extension, we have a product that has a clean design, is easy to maintain, and easy to upgrade. Note that all of the functions and features that you know from prior versions still exist, just in a more convenient packaging, like fast food, but just healthy. So why is this an improvement, you may ask? Isn't this just a major hassle for everyone involved with limited benefits? Far from it. This is probably one of the most important steps that we at LS Retail, our customers, and our partners will take. This means that upgrades that used to take weeks or months are now a thing of the past. We no longer have to spend days merging code from different sources and migrating data. Customers can upgrade the systems over a weekend, which in practical terms means that they will always be up to date and able to take advantage of the latest features, both from LS Retail and Microsoft. The average age of an LS Central solution used to be around 7 years. We plan to reduce this number down to a few months. To phrase this differently, the upgrade to the latest version of LS Central will probably be the last big upgrade that you make. This is the evergreen train that Magnus has talked about in his keynote. Once you get on that train, you continue to run effortlessly on track for years to come. But the real impact of this is, of course, to lower the cost of ownership of the solution, which means either that we increase profitability for the retailer or we free up funds for something else. It's the something else part that I'm particularly interested in because I believe there are a number of opportunities out there, both for our customers and our partners to chase. One of these opportunities is LS Insight. For the last 20 years, we at LS Retail have been focusing on building new processes, helping retailers cover more of their operations with our solutions. With LS Insight, we're taking another approach. Instead of adding processes, we're helping companies run these processes more efficiently by giving them better insights. Last year, we released the LS Insight Reporting Foundation. Since then, we've continued to add support for more versions of LS Central, as well as more verticals within retail and hospitality. But the vision we presented last year is unchanged. We want to use LS Insight as the basis for all of our intelligent solutions, be it the recommendation service, the forecasting service, or other unannounced products. Same applies to the analysis packages. They will use data in LS Insights to do exception analysis, for example, which then can be fed back into LS Central as an actionable insight. We want to focus more on the exceptions, the outliers. Insights should not focus on things that hardly change year over year. Instead, put the focus on the products that are not moving or have suddenly dropped out of favor with customers. Same applies to products that are suddenly doing better than expected. Why is that happening? We don't claim to have answers to all of these questions, but will definitely provide some insights into when it happens. We'll cover the vision and roadmap for LS Insight in an upcoming webcast, so keep your eyes open for an invitation if this is something you find interesting. I'm happy to be able to share all of these great new solutions with you at this time. In the middle of a crisis lies an opportunity for improvement. Let's use this time to think about the future and how we can run our businesses better. Looking forward to seeing you in person at Connection next year.